Everybody, Bonehead for the Bonehead podcast, and we've got Blood Bowl news. So, earlier in the week, last week, the week before, we saw some leaks of some star players that were supposed to be coming in the next Almanac. The next Almanac is now up on the Sunday preview article, which means next weekend we can do the pre-order, which means in the week or 2 weeks' time, we'll be able to get our hands on the book fully. So let's have a look at the article and see what we can see. It's a good Blood Bowl day all around, because on Sunday, the 29th, if you are hanging out at 9 o'clock, come and join us on Twitch. I put a community post out. I'm going to be on the One World, One Blood Bowl podcast with Steve from Both Down and from No Bribe Found as well. So I imagine we'll be talking about this. But for now, let's have a look at the Sunday preview article. Right, Sunday preview, the Auric Walk. Don't care. Do you know what? Let's skip all of this nonsense. More Age of Sigmar. Here we go. This is the bit that we care about. Let's set the screen. Let's give it a little zoom. Here we go. So Spike presents the 2024 Almanac. Now, this Almanac is going to have 3 teams in it potentially. So Spike is back with a new Almanac which compiles Spike's Journal 16 vampires, 17 gnomes, and 18 shorps. Not White Dwarf 191. Love that. So it's going to have those 3 teams worth of Almanac stuff. What was the team before that? Did we have Norse? Did we have Norse, then Amazons, which I think were in the previous Almanac? Then we had nothing for a while. Then we had vampires. So the last 3 have fit there. So they've skipped 2023, but everything else is now in this one here. Got my hoodie in a mix. Right. This volume primarily covers Vampire, Gnome, and Chaos Dwarf teams, and is packed with columns and rules for all 3, including regular features like Chat with the Rat, Dirt from the Dugout, Coffin Corner, and plenty more. You'll be able to pre-order in hardback or EPUB various versions next week. Okay, so the Almanac will circle back to that. There are a few star players that have been loitering that are now going to be up for pre-order next weekend. So Anki Panky, the Saurus blocker. Have we seen his full rules yet? I don't know. Guffle Pussmore as well. Jeremiah Cool, Rashnak Backstabber, Roanna Forestfoot. So those 2 are actually in the Spike. The others, I don't know if we've seen, we might have seen their full rules for those, but I imagine they'll be in the Almanac if they're not. I mean, obviously all the Forge World stuff comes with the rules anyway, doesn't it? Chaos Dwarf teams employ Hobgoblin. So this is just a little... do you know what, Ben? Read the article. So, Jordell Freshbreeze, the greatest Blood Bowl player ever to hit the pitch, has heard that Jordell Freshbreeze is destined to take his title and is geared back up. So this is Jeremiah Cool. He's made from Forge World resin and comes with the rules in the box. And the Spike presents 2024 Almanac. Yeah, Guffle Pussmore 2024 Almanac. Anki Panky 2024 Almanac as well. So the problem with the Almanacs, right? They don't have all the spoilers that the Spike magazines do. So the spoilers on the Spike magazines at the front, you can always kind of, you can gauge stuff. So with the Chalk one, we had the Villainous VIPs, like they had star players shoot, slash, and stomp their way into the spotlight. And we were able to figure out which star players they were going to get based on that alone. The Spike magazine gives absolutely nothing away. Although I think there are spoilers out that we've seen. We've seen some spoilers. We've seen some rumors that we can kind of take from the Spike magazine that what this is going to include. It is going to include everything from the 3 Spikes mentioned. So the Vampire Spike, the Gnome Spike, and the Chaos Dwarf Spike. It's going to have all that stuff in it. They've said it's going to have star player stuff. So we're going to see the star players they've mentioned in the article, plus the 2 that we did see leaks for last week, which was Maple Highgrove, which is a strength 5 tree man with tentacles and movement 3, and Swift Flying Glimmershard, this little cherub here, which is an elf spite thing, who's got that weird little teleporting stab attack thing, which is going to be quite interesting. So those 2 are going to be in there. The star player rules for the other guys here, so Anki Panky, Guffle Pussmore, and Dark Elf Jordell, are all going to be in there as well. But the rumor is that there's going to be 10 pages of Chaos Cup rules in there as well. So if we're playing a league in, you know, the Wastelands and stuff, and you guys know that that's my favorite bit, that's one of my favorite bits of these, is when you got the special rules for like leagues. Now it's interesting because the almanacs, like, they land, and generally speaking, it's a lot of stuff that we've seen before. So it's not really an automatic buy. But the fact that this is going to have some rules in there that are not present in any other place is actually quite good for those people who like to collect the almanacs, who like to get everything for it. We haven't had a book of random rules since Death Zone landed, which is by far and large like the most fun Blood Bowl rulebook that they've dropped. But the almanac, you know, if it's going to have a little bit extra league rules, it makes it kind of like a spike compilation. And I'm not being funny, that is exactly what the almanac is here to be, right? It's just a compilation of these three things. So okay, cool. You know, I normally I'd pad out for a bit and we'd look and we'd hypothesize, but I don't think we need to. We saw the almanac drop not last year but the year before. We saw it drop in January. The year before it dropped and had some surprise star players. This would have had some surprise star players if the leaks hadn't happened. I mean, you know me, I'm a bit of an optimist, so let's hope that we get another star or two that's just sneaking in the book, but I'm pretty sure that everything's been previewed from this now already, so it's not going to be automatic. If you are using any of these teams, you've got the rules from them already. You've probably just got them in the Spike magazine. If you are going to be picking up some of these star players, the rules are going to be, there you go, it comes with rules in the box, so you don't need to pick up the almanac. I'm obviously going to pick up the almanac because it's great to have on the shelf with all the other books, but you know, it's cool to have, and I'm going to get it to support it because I want Games Workshop to focus on bringing out more Blood Bowl stuff for us to use and abuse, or quite frankly just absolutely neglect and ban from tournaments because it's too swingy. But yeah, let me know what you think if you're going to be picking up the almanac, and hopefully you can join us at 9 o'clock tonight over on Purple Goose, Purple Chest channel on Twitch, which I'll put the link in below as well. So come and join us on One World, One Blood Bowl. It'll be cool, and we'll talk some Blood Bowl then. But for now, I'm going to wrap up. Thank you very much for watching. We'll be back soon with more Blood Bowl content. Happy blocking.